Hello everyone. Most recently I have had an issue with my '08 Jeep Wrangler. I engaged the brake handle one morning and I heard a snap. So I have took the liberty to go ahead and taking off the bolts off here, and there's one back on this side. You can barely see it. At this point, then you come back here to your rear brake cables. You disconnect that, and this should lift straight off. Okay, so at this point you're ready to put your new one back on. Let me explain what the new one kind of looks like. I'll set it right here. It's basically the same part. If you notice, you have a pin assembly right here that engages the spring set inside of your brake. So basically what you're going to do, you're going to put this back on here. You're just going to lay it down. It's that easy. Okay, you've got 4 bolts that came off of it. They're right here. The larger ones are for the back. The smaller ones are for the front. And then you got the front and the back. Basically you take this cable here, you engage it onto your back brake cables, and it just slips in there, and it should look something similar to that. Okay, and then what you're going to do at this point, you're going to tighten your bolts down. So you take your larger ones, you're just going to slide them in. Okay. This is not a very difficult thing to do, and this is the first time I have ever done this project myself. I encourage you guys to save yourself $300, because this is what it would have cost for me to have somebody do it. You might find somebody that can do it a little bit cheaper, but guys, it's taking 4 screws off, putting 4 screws back on, sliding this cable back in place, okay? And I'm telling you, that's pretty much it. So once you get these back in place, I'm going to skip that one because it's a little bit tighter back here to get to, and so I want to finish explaining this to everyone. At this point, once these bolts, and you've taken a ratchet and you've tightened those down, I use a half. That seemed to work pretty fine. Just tighten that thing down, all 4 of those, really tight. Make sure this is engaged properly. At this point, you want, if everything's locked down, you want to take this pin and grab it here. And when you pull this pin up, it's going to take a little bit of force, but it's going to pull in between this mechanism. It's going to release the spring a tad bit, which is going to tighten this up, and you are good to go. Your brake should be fixed and complete. At this point, I will explain to you on a second video on how to take off the console, the center console here. So if you have not seen that, please go to part 1, and you should be able to see that at that time. Thank you for your time. I hope this helps everyone out. If you have any issues, please email me with no problem. Thank you.